Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and a really interesting looking puzzle from Nordy today with two new sets of rules combined that we haven't seen before. I'm really interested in having a go at this, but first of all, do remember that in a few days, on the 1st of February, we will be releasing a quite approachable Sudoku hunt based on the themes of the apps that we have. So you can look on the links under the video to find our Patreon site and join that, to find our apps and get them as practice for that competition, or of course to indeed find SUDOKU PAD, the Discord server, all our merchandise. All of that is on the links under the video. But the first one is to this puzzle, which is called Underground Topography. And I'm guessing that Nordy goes caving because these orange lines are described in the two versions of his puzzle, in one as climbing ropes and in the other as spelunking ropes. And I barely know the word spelunker and spelunking, but I believe it refers to climbing around underground. And the puzzle is, of course, underground topography. So the rules are these. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and that's 1 to 9 in every row, column and box. But the low digits, 1, 2, 3, the middle digits, 4, 5, 6, and the high digits, which are 7, 8, 9, form 3 different groups. Every 2 by 2 region within the cage, like this one, must contain at least 1 digit from each group. I mean, the cage here is huge. I suppose the cage represents a cave. But anyway, the cage is huge. So within this cage, every 2 by 2 region must have at least 1 low, 1 middle, and 1 high digit. And obviously 1 other from that group. So that's really unusual. I haven't seen that before. We've seen German whispers and various derivations of it. But the rule along the orange lines is that adjacent digits, any 2 digits next to each other along an orange line, must have a difference of 3 or less. Not 3 or more this time, 3 or less. So if one of these was a 1, the other couldn't be more than 4, for instance. So really interesting. I've no idea how this is going to pan out. I don't know, is it surprising to me that this solves uniquely? It's surprising you can do this with just lines in 5 of the boxes and 1 single given. But do give it a go on the link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. And, well, I don't know. I mean, I think we're going to have to colour the sets. The low digits, the middle and the high. Yeah, so this 1. Right, look at this 2 by 2 region. We're going to have 1 low digit, or maybe a maximum of 2 low digits here. But what can 1 connect to? Well, it can only connect to 2, 3, or 4 by the rule. And if it connected to 2 and 3 here, you would then have 3 low digits in this 4-cell region, and you couldn't fit both a middle and a high into that. So one of these is definitely a 4. Okay, I'm going to make the low digits blue. These must include a blue and a 4, and I'm going to make the middle digits yellow. And the high ones are red. Of course, this cell must be red because we need a high digit. Oh, I see. So it's 7, 8, or 9 are the high digits. But to connect to that cell with a difference of no more than 3, we're going to have to put in 7 and 4. So we've found out immediately which one is low and which one is middle. And that is not a 4. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take 4 out of the cell. That is 2 or 3. So again here we must have a yellow and a red. And blue must connect to yellow because that's what this difference of 3 or more is all about. Yeah, I see. So in this puzzle, okay, this is definitely a learning that's going to be useful. A bombshell for you on this rule set is that blue cannot connect to red because the difference would always be more than 3. So for blue to get to red, It's got to go through yellow, I guess. And this can't be a 4 here because we've had that in the box. So that's 5 or 6. This is 8 or 9 because we've used 7. Now down here, we're going to have at least a yellow. We've still got 1 blue, 1 red and 1 yellow in this box to go. We've got to have the yellow in those. We've got to have the red in those. There must be some other conclusion I can draw here. Yes, actually, yes. It's important which red, because 8 and 9 is the only candidate left for red, and that can't connect to 4. So this is not red, but this 2 by 2 needs a red. So the red is here. That's 8 or 9. This can't be the blue now, because red can't connect to blue. I'm going to have to try and memorize that in this puzzle. That's blue and is 2 or 3. And what else can we do in this box? I'm really focusing on this box has been very helpful. Right. Yes, this can't be the 9 because one of these has to be the 5 and that would be 4 away. So that has to be the 8. Oh, this is the wrong way round from German Whispers. It's going to confuse me. So again, next to the 9, we can't have the 5. So that's the 6. This is 5. And I don't think we can disambiguate the 2 and the 3. I don't think the rule is broken by any of them. So we'll have to come back to those. But the central box has been very helpful. Now, how do we get out of the central box? We get out through extreme numbers, I reckon. Well, the trouble is this cell can be 6, 7 or 8. So we don't know its colour. But we do need blue within this group, don't we? And that can't be here. So blue is here. And for 9 to get to blue, yes, I see. It has to go through 6 to get to 3. To leave the differences only at a maximum of 3. So that's how we get out of the box down here. Now, we need a red in one of these two, and they're all connected up. So that blue can't connect to red, so red is here. It's not 9, obviously, but that's fine. It's 8 or 7. This must be yellow. Blue always connects to red through yellow if there's only one cell. Oh, excuse me, I will have to go and deal with that. Crazy delivery people attacking my front door there. Well, actually, no. It was somebody trying to clean the brass plate on the front door and somebody else trying to deliver something. Anyway, you don't want to know about that. You want to know about this yellow cell. It can't be 6 or 5. So it's 4. Now, that means the red has to be 7 to achieve the less than 3 connection. Okay, so now we need a blue here. Now, I was going to say blue can't be next to red. That's nonsense. Blue can't connect to red, and it doesn't try to here. Right, we need a blue down here. That's better. And here, red is connected to that cell, so it can't be blue. So the blue is here, is 1 or 2. Sorry, this might be obvious, and I'm not seeing it. We need a blue in one of those. This 2 by 2's already got its 3 colours. 3, 6, 4, 7, 9, 1. This is 2, 5 or 8 in the just by Sudoku, and it can't be 2 because of the connection to 7. 3, 6, 4, 7. Red, blue, yellow already done there. I don't know, maybe we can't make any further progress here, or else I'm missing it. But either way, I'm going to look up here because we've had the 3 yellows in this column. Right, that is quite interesting. We have 2 reds and a blue to fit in up here, but remember, red can never connect to blue. So we can't put the blue in those 2 cells, or it would connect to a red. So the blue must be on its own there, with those 2 being a double red. Now these 2 have to be blue and yellow to make up this one of each in this 2 by 2. And red cannot connect to blue, so this isn't blue, that's yellow. That's blue. Now surely, oh no, this can still be red or yellow. But this can't be red because it connects to blue. So yellow there, red there, which tells us that's an 8. We've got to put, that's nice. We've got one red left to put in these 3 cells, but both of these 2x2s need a red in, so it has to be shared there. Well, there's one blue to place, and it can't connect to a red, so it's not there. Wow, I mean, this is so clever. I'll look at the numbers there in a moment. Has that... It doesn't... No, I'll have to look at the numbers now, because it hasn't done anything for the colouring. Oh, maybe that 8 has. This could be red or yellow, in which case it's 5 or 9. What have we got? We've got 1, 2, 5 and 9 to place. Yes, where is the 1 or 2 going? In theory, yellow can connect to blue, but a 6 can't connect to a 1 or a 2, so the theory is blown out. That's a 1 or 2. For these 2 to connect, it's got to be 2 and 5. And we are suddenly finished in this box. Let me do the colouring as well. We get red there, we get yellow there. That's a 3 now. That's a 2. We've got 2 boxes fully complete. Surely we can run it up here. That's a 4-5 pair. So that's 6. This is just, actually Sudoku is your friend here. 8 there, a 7-9 pair. In fact, the blues are done. 3, 2, 1. Yes, and well, this can't be a 9 to connect to that. So that fixes the reds. And this connects to... No, hang on. Surely something is ruled out here. Yes, 1 can't connect to 5. So that's a 4. I think this all works. So we're good so far. Wow, this is a really interesting idea. Now, there's got to be a blue in one of those cells and also one of these. No, let's start here. No, the trouble here is that neither of those 2 connect to red, so we don't get the clue of where the blue is. But we do here. One of these has to be blue and it can't be there. So this one's blue. This now has to be red in this 2x2. Okay, that is 7 or 8. This is 2 or 3. I'd forgotten that we had clues from the Sudoku. That's 6, 8 or 9, which doesn't tell me its colour. This can be any colour. This isn't so obvious how to proceed. We need at least one yellow here, but yellows are easier to deal with. It'd be handy... No, I don't know. I was going to say it would be handy to get a red out of the way there, but that may not be how to approach this. Maybe the fact that this is a long chain of numbers is meant to be usable. No, I don't know. I'm struggling a bit here. Let me try and think about what we can do next. Red, blue... I don't know. It's not obvious to me what we do. I might look outside boxes 4 and 6 just to see. Like this pair next to that double red has to be yellow and blue to make up this. We're still in the cave or cage, so we do need one of each there. This is right. This can't be blue because it would have to be 3, and that's been used there. So this is yellow or red. Right, that is good. So now this has to be blue for this 2x2. And is 2 or 3, and that's used all the blues in the middle row. The blue, this blue can't connect to red, so that has to be yellow, 5 or 6. That is not really constrained unless that's yellow. This connects to a blue, so it's not red, it's yellow, it's 5 or 4. Ooh, dragging these conclusions out one at a time. This could be the last yellow, or it could be red, it could even be blue. We need a red in one of these two. Now, looking along the row, we've only got one yellow to place. One of these has to be red. How do I use that? Oh, yeah, no, it's quite interesting because we've still got 2 more blues to place in the box. If I made that red, none of these could be blue. It's not a problem. Okay, we've done some rope work here, but I've got a bit stuck in this cave now. Right. 3, 6, 9. And it is a bit puzzling how these are ever going to be populated with colours, let alone with numbers. Right, this is yellow or red because it comes between yellow and red. So we've still got a 2 and a 1 to fit in. Suppose they could be both there. But if that was blue, if that was one of the blues here, that would have to be the last yellow in row 5. So you'd have blue there, yellow there. In fact, if this was red... okay, here's an idea. Those don't include blue, so this 2x2 needs a blue, and it can't be there because we've used 3 blues in row 5. So that's blue, right, so that's yellow. Now we need a blue and a red here. That's fine, they're not joined. Annoyingly, this can be either blue or red at the moment, so don't know. This one is 4 or 5. This is 1 or 2, but it can still be either. Oh, okay. Well, that's a start now. 2 yellows used there. I don't know. Oh, I need a red in this group, so that's red, 7 or 9. So across here I've got 1 red and 1 yellow. What 2x2 am I not looking at? Okay, 1 red and 1 yellow there, so I need a blue up here, and that's the 3rd blue in the box, so this isn't blue. So it's red or yellow. The only way this could be blue is if both of these were yellow to connect to it. And then it would have to be a 3 because a 1 couldn't connect to 2 different yellows. Maybe that's what I need to focus on more, is something like where does 1 go? Yeah, that couldn't be a blue 1, but it could be a blue 2 because of this not being able to be a 4, but now it can be a 5. So these are from 5, 6, 7 and 9. Maybe that's worth sketching in. This has got a lot of possibilities. 8, well, 4, 6 or 8. Yeah, these aren't working themselves out. This is intriguing. Why am I so stuck here? This is quite a long line as well, but maybe it's just because I don't know what anything actually on it is yet. Now, if that was a 1, this would have to go 1, 4, 7. Similarly, if that was an 8, this would have to go 8, 5, 2. But I suppose it could use 7 and 2, and then that's not constrained. Then we'd have to have 1 and 8 here. Ah, this can't be a 1. But it could still be a blue 2. Gosh, this is... Okay, look, here's another 2 by 2 that I should have looked at. That has to be red and is 7 or 8. There needs to be another red in this pair because of the yellow-blue there. This is yellow in this group. Maybe this is the way to go. There has to be another yellow in that pair and in that pair, although it could be shared. This one is 4 or 5, isn't it? This is such an odd puzzle. I'm sorry if there's some obvious number thing that I'm just flunking on here. 5 can't connect to 9. So if that's a 9, then that's 6, and that's 3. That would make that 8, 7, 7. This would be a 1-4 pair by Sudoku. That is possible, isn't it? I think it is. Wow, I'm getting really, really bogged down now. There has to be a blue there. That's not very interesting. There has to be a blue here. I knew that. Has to be a yellow here. The third yellow in the row has to be in one of these 2 cells because of this 2 by 2. So these can't include yellow. We know they include the last red in the row. But they could be 2 red. No, they can't be 2 reds. They must be red and blue. They can't include yellow, and they include the last red in the row. So that's a red-yellow pair. No. This is a yellow-blue pair on this side. Is this going to give me... This isn't going to give me anything. There's a red here, but since that's not necessarily red, I don't see how that gets anything done. The third red has to be here, so that's not red. It's blue or yellow. There has to have a red here. Wow, this is a bit spicy suddenly. What is going on? Why can't I see how to solve this? There's definitely a red in these because of the blue-yellow pair. I have a feeling that if I can just get boxes 4 and 6 done, the rest of the puzzle probably falls into place quite nicely, but even that might not be right. So there's definitely a yellow here. Also yellow in one of these 2. We've had 2 yellows. If that was yellow, this would be yellow. Not very exciting. Got to use these connections. Maybe it is about thinking about where 1 goes. Or 9. So, if 1 is here, that's a 4. 1 can't be here. And if 1 is here, that's a 4. So wherever 1 is, in whichever one of those, it is next to 4. So one of those is a 1-4 pair. If it's there, that's 5. These are from 2, 7 and 8. But that is going to therefore... Interesting. This... Right. I think I might be onto something here. This looks like it can't be blue to me, and I'll try and explain why. It can't be 1 because it can't reach that cell. if it's a 2, that's a 5, and that's a 4. And that would force this to be a 5 and that to be a 1, and they can't reach each other. So this is not blue. Wow, so that's red. That's the 3 reds done. This is blue. This is a 1 or a 2. This is a 7 or an 8 and is red. And that's taken a lot of effort, and probably, yes, this has to be red in this 2x2. Okay, that's good. And therefore it's not 5 or 6, it's 7 or 9. And that's the 3 reds done in the row. So that's yellow, is 5 or 6. Now we need a blue that can't connect to red. Blue has to be there, is 1 or 3. So it can't be 1 because it couldn't connect there. So it is a 3. So that fixes the blue numbers. That should fix the blue numbers over here that I've got, 2 there. Now we can't put 1 here because it would be next to 5 or 6. So we've established the last blue cell. Wow, this has to be yellow. So we do get 3 yellows in a row, which I didn't really expect. That must be red. Over here, do the patterns, they don't force which of these is yellow and which is red, which is annoying. So the numbers I've used, 1 must connect to 4 if it's connecting off its colour. Right, so that fixes the yellow numbers. 5, 4, this can't be 4. 6, no, 5 can connect, all of those connections are possible. 5 can't connect to 9, so 5 connects to 7. Gosh, this is clever. Right, that's a 9. So let's get the colouring right. That's red, this is yellow. This has to be blue in its 2x2 now. This has to be yellow in its 2x2. Now we're cracking along. We've got red and blue there. No, that doesn't tell me about these. But the numbers here, they must be done. 8 and 7 and 9. Right, so I have all of boxes 2, 4, 5, 6 and 8 fully complete. Sure, this was where I rashly predicted that it would get easier. And I may be looking like a fool in a moment because we don't have any more line connections. So I thought that must mean that to continue at all, it's going to get easier. This has to be yellow in its 2x2. Don't know how long that's been available for. This is now blue in that 2x2. So these are 2 and 3. That has to be a 3 because it sees 1 and 2. That is a 2. This is 5 or 6. Let's not get... this is red. 2x2 rule again. Thank you, Mr. Cave. This is in fact an 8 because it sees 9 and 7. It is getting a bit easier, I swear. That can't be red because it sees all of the other red numbers. So that's yellow. This is the red and is 9. Right. Do we know about that 5 and 6 pair? No, I don't. But never mind. Now we've used 3 yellows in this column already, so everything else is red and blue. What is it that we can do with the red and blue here? This one, don't know. Do I? Oh, okay, this can't be blue because it sees 1, 2 and 3. That's useful, so that's red. This one, therefore... sorry about the hammering. Not sure what we can do with those. I want to say that can't be red as well, but I don't know that. This is 7 or 9. This sees a 9 in the box. No, not sure what's going on there. Not sure what's going on with the hammering. Blinking construction work still going on. Right. One of these is blue. This isn't, it's not getting quite as easy as I'd hoped. These can't be a 2. How about Sudoku? Yes, Sudoku. 2 in this column has to be here, so that's blue. So this is red for the 2x2 it's in, and that's a 9. Come on, keep working. We've done all the reds. So we need yellow and blue up here. The blue is a 1. The yellow I don't know. So maybe it's Sudoku is the key. Let's put 1 on 5, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 7 or 9. Wow, goodness me. Right, that can't be blue because it sees 1, 2, and 3. So it's more colours than numbers this time. So it's red and it's 7. This is 1. This now becomes 8. We've got 4, 5, and 2 to place in the row. Nearly finished off the cage and its colouring. We've got a 1 up here and a yellow that is 4, 5, or 6. I don't know. I don't think anything breaks the colouring rule. This is 1 or 5. My goodness, this is surprisingly resistant, isn't it? So 9, 2, 1, 7. Right, just Sudoku, yes. 8 and 3 are a naked pair in these two cells. In fact, that must be a naked 3. 3, 8, 1. So we get 7 and 9. Wow, that was easy by Sudoku if I'd thought to look at that. 7, 7. Come on. That's 5 or 6 by Sudoku. That's 1 or 6. So the only place for 3 to go in the row is there. So can I finish off all 3s? Yes, there we go. There's the last one in the puzzle. 4, 5, and 6 up the left, up the right, sorry. 2s. One of those is a 2 and one of those. This is 4 or 6 because it sees 7 and 9. So, right, so the only place for 9 in this row, that has been determined. And this is a 7. Since this is not red, it's not a 7. That's 7. So let's finish off the colouring in the cage at least. This is a 5 now. That's a 6 in the same box. That's a 5. That's going to fix this as a 4. Then we get 2 and 5 over here. This must be 1. Oh, what about this 1, 4? No, that's a 1, and this is a 6. And that is all the box colouring done. So blue there. That one goes blue. This one goes yellow. That is yellow. So that's all the colouring in the cage or cave. And surely we are very, very nearly finished now. Just the outsides to do. That's the bottom end. This must be a 4. These must be write-ins. And what a clever puzzle. What an intriguing idea. Hopefully I haven't broken any rules. Really fascinating. And maybe just in time for the very annoying noises. I hope you can still hear me. But there we go. I'll say bye for now to avoid the rest of the noises. Bye for now.